Question 48. The truth set of 8 plus 2x minus x squared equals 0 is p, q. Evaluate p plus q. When they say the truth set, it means find the value of x. In this form is a quadratic equation where you have the x squared to show it is a quadratic equation. So we have 8 plus 2x minus x squared equals 0. We can choose to rearrange, like we have a standard quadratic equation where we have minus x squared. The x squared owns this minus, this 2x owns this plus, and this 8 has a plus that is not written. Since it's not written, it's plus, so you have 2x plus 8 equals 0. At this point on this line, it might be hard for students to solve with minus x squared. You can choose to solve down if you are good with it, but if not, you multiply everything on both sides by minus 1, which therefore changes the sign of everything. So we have this is going to turn to x squared, losing its minus. This is going to turn into minus 2x, and this is going to turn from plus 8x, it to turn into minus 8x equals 0. Now we have the quadratic equation on this line, and this is allowed in math by changing the sign by multiplying both sides by minus 1. So we have this. Now at this point we look for two numbers that will multiply to get minus 8. Since the coefficient of x squared is plus 1, we don't need to do anything with it. We'll just concentrate on this minus 8. We need two numbers that will multiply to get minus 8. Yet when we add them, it gives you minus 2. So we have 1 and 8. That's 1 times 8 will give you 8. But the difference between the two is 7. When you add them together, it is 9. So this can't fit in. The next one we have is 2 times 4. 2 and 4 will give you 8. When we add them, they give you 6. When we subtract 4 from 2, it gives you 2. Therefore, this seems to fit. But how do we get minus 8 yet we get minus 2? That means one of them will have to carry the negative for you to get minus 8 when you multiply them together. And also, the one that will get the minus has to be the bigger number, because for you to add the two of them together to get minus 2, that means the bigger number has to carry the negative. It's like you're owing more than you own. So you have, or more than you have. So you have minus 4 and 2. So minus 4 and 2, when you multiply them together, it gives you minus 8. And also when you add them together, you have minus 4 plus 2. You're owing 4, you have 2. You still be owing 2 when you pay back 2 out of the 4 you owe. So we know our outcomes are minus 4 and 2. All what we are trying to do is to change the value of this 2x into two numbers, that when you add them together, they give you this minus 2. And when you multiply them, it gives you minus 8. So you have x squared minus 4x plus 2x, these two values. Then you give both of them x's. Then you have minus 8 equals 0. You group them in 2's on the next line. 2x minus 8 equals 0. What's common in these two? You have x common in these two. Take out x, you'll be left with x minus 4. Because x in x squared will take out one of the x's, leaving one x left, or leaving one x behind. Then x in minus 4x, x will cancel the x, leaving the 4 behind. Then you have what is common in these two. You have 2 common in these two. So you take out 2 plus 2 with sign. Then 2x divided by 2, you'll be left with x. That's 2 will cancel the 2, leaving the x. And 2 in 8 will give you 4 equals 0. When you get to a stage when you have these two identicals, that means you're on the right path, you're correct. Then you take one of them, that's x minus 4. Then you take this x and this plus 2, you join them together, x plus 2 equals 0. You can on this line say x minus 4 equals 0, or x plus 2 equals 0. X is equal to, the minus 4 crosses the equals to sign, it turns to plus 4, or x, then plus 2 crosses the equal to sign, it turns to minus 2. X is 4 comma minus 2. So we can say this is our P and this is our Q. And the question says evaluate P plus Q. So we have 4 plus minus 2. Then you have 4 plus and minus, that's plus times minus, or plus and minus. You can't have these two signs together. You have to resolve them into one. So two opposite signs will give you minus. That's 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2 will give you 2. Our final answer is 2. Our answer is C.